This is like the least high maintenance reading challenge there is out there. Could I have been writing my book? Absolutely. Did I do this instead? Absolutely. So this is my clever, not so clever prompt. I need to stop doing this. Okay, I need to sit on my hands. Honestly, I am so thirsty for it. Some of these were ideas I thought of in the dark of night. And I should have said this at the beginning, but I didn't. Hi everybody, it's Audrey and welcome back to Chapter and Converse and welcome to round 3 of Booktrovert Bingo. So if you guys are new here, then last year, long story short, I created a reading challenge because I had spent a good chunk of last year participating in other reading challenges, and when it came to like the fall, I was looking for something and I couldn't find anything that really kind of struck a chord with me, so I decided to make up my own. So I did one this time last year. We did one for spring ahead, and now we're gonna go and finish out our year reading a whole bunch of books that we want to read and have a good time while we're doing it is kind of the game plan. So if you're a returning bingo player, welcome back. This is all low-key fun. This is like the least high maintenance reading challenge there is out there. Honestly, I am such a mood reader, which you guys know. I have no intentions of creating a TBR, but I enjoy intentionally mood reading, which is what I'm going to try and do, because I definitely have some new releases that I have my eye on. I definitely have a lot of books on my 23 and 23 that I would like to read. I don't think I'm going to get to all of them, but we'll see what happens. And I just thought it would be fun to, create a little bit of a challenge with myself. So all that to say, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen the teaser of this and you would have already seen the bingo board, or maybe you haven't because it's all coming out today. But either way, I thought we would run through the full bingo board. I'm going to go through kind of what each prompt actually means to me, but again, make it your own. And all of the information is going to be included down below if you want to download the blank bingo board, if you want to download like the instructions, which is basically describing what each prompt is, or if you are just here to watch me babble about a whole bunch of stuff, that's all amazing too. So without further ado, let's talk about the board, which I'm gonna shimmy and then pop up over here. Okay, shimmy is complete. Ding dong, here's the bingo board. So feel free to look ahead, do whatever you wanna do, it's all good. I had a really fun time putting it together. Entirely too much fun putting it together. Could I have been writing my book? Absolutely. Did I do this instead? Absolutely. But it's okay. It's all in good fun. So I'm going to try to get through this kind of quickly. We'll see how that goes. So the first prompt is Hocus Pocus. It is spooky season. I figured a spooky season-ish prompt would be apropos. So spooky season, witches, magic. So anything in that spooky season Hocus Pocus variety, whatever Hocus Pocus means to you, there you go. Next prompt is raise a glass. So I was very much thinking like cheers, it's New Year's, there's holiday parties. So books maybe that center around New Year's, books that center around parties, maybe it's a wedding. So I definitely function in the world of like song titles and movie quotes, as you're gonna see. So I'm thinking of that Pink song, Raise a Glass, but that's where that one came from. Next one, not at all a song title or a movie quote, leaves on the cover. So exactly what it says it is. I am the biggest fan of fall. I love the leaves changing colors. I love everything about how fall looks and feels. I have a book in mind when I thought of this one that I happen to have right here, which I meant to read last year and I didn't because TBRs and I do not mix. So I'm also thinking I'll make some videos with inspiration for some of the prompts. So maybe this would be a good one. Off the top of my head, I know The Resemblance by Lauren Nosset also has leaves on the cover, but anyway, leaves on the color. It is what it is. On the cover, it is what it is. But it could be like trees, anything with leaves. You guys know how this works. Okay, next up is One Good Scare. So that is a quote from Halloween, and this kind of reminds me of Halloween. So yes, you're gonna get a couple spooky season ones because it's me and it's dark and it's messed up and it's creepy and that's just how it's gonna go. So this could be Halloween related, anything that scares you. And we've done some of these in the past in that like, you could be scared about a book that's like yay big. You could be scared because it's a horror novel. Like you could be scared about reading an author that you really didn't like their last book, but you're gonna give the next one a go. So whatever terrifies you totally works. Okay, next, auto by author. So this is a must-read author for you. So this could be an auto read author also. There's just only so much space in the square. To me, it's like a no questions asked. You hear an author has a book coming out and you are reading it. You don't care what it's about. You don't even read the back cover. Done and done. I have so many. Okay, fall back. So in the spirit of daylight savings, fall back an hour. So this is the book that is set in the past. So if you want to go full on historical fiction, totally cool. If you want to do a book that takes place 2 years ago, totally cool. So anything that is just not present day, this year, kind of a thing. And it could be a book with dual timelines. Like, again, you guys know the drill. And then, me being me, of course, Dark and Messed Up. A couple of these are repeat prompts because I do have some old favorites. And I want this to be reflective of me. So, anything dark and messed up, messy characters, dark content, all the things that Audrey knows and loves, and whatever your version of dark and messed up is. A lot of this is whatever your version of this is. Okay. Next up is cover love. So this is choosing a book by its cover. So anything that you cover purchased, anything that has a cover on it that you're absolutely like breathless over, a cover that you absolutely love, read that book. Next, we have I Smell Snow. So for all my Gilmore Girls fans out there, so since this is at least in my neck of the woods, the season where we're probably going to get some snow between now and December 31st, this is something where there is snow involved. So maybe it's weather in the book. So maybe it's a book like Shiver where they're up on the mountaintop where you're full of snow. Maybe it's when you get a blizzard. Maybe there's just snow on the cover. Maybe it's a nice cozy mystery set over the holidays with some nice snowfall. Again, snow on the cover or snow in the book. I smell snow. Anything with snow. Okay, another Audrey special, Final Girls. So an ode to my beloved Riley Sager, my favorite book of his. But this could be a good old horror book. I am always excited to read a book about a strong female character. I do get very jazzed about a final girl in a book, or perhaps there's just the word girl in the title of a book. So, who are your final girls? I need to stop doing this. Okay, I need to sit on my hands. Okay, Home Sweet Home. So for this one, in the past I have done New York State of Mind where I live and where I grew up. I have done Regal Bostonian because I spent a lot of time in Boston and lived there for a long time. So this one is all about you guys, Home Sweet Home. So any place you consider home, any place you've lived before, home is where the heart is, home, anything with home. Okay, next up is What Would J.B. Fletcher Do? So you guys know my love of J.B., of Cabot Cove, of Angela Lansbury, who, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have seen me post, is a Libra. Of course, she's my Libra soulmate. So I was thinking in terms of JB, anything with an amateur detective, anything with a writer. Maybe it's a book that's set in Maine because Cabot Cove is her hometown, even though she goes all over the place. Maybe it's a bit of a cozy mystery. So something in the vein of JB, Murder, She Wrote, that kind of a thing. And then read a book is your freebie center square. So I always try and do, obviously, an easy peasy one. And I should have said this at the beginning, but I didn't. You can put one book in as many slots as you want to. You can read as many books as you want to. You can read as few books as you want to. So double up, triple up, whatever you guys want to do. Everything is playable here because, again, this is all in good fun. And the whole point is to have fun with it. So you get a freebie, automatic, read any book that you want to square. Okay. Next up is sweater weather. So again, my favorite time of year is fall. I love me a sweater. I maybe just bought a couple more sweaters, which I need like a hole in the head. I need a new sweater like I need a new book. But anyway, anything set in the fall. So to me, that's cozy season. Again, I am absolutely considering weather in my neck of the woods. So anything set in autumn is always a good one. And then for nonfiction November, we have fact over fiction. So obviously you can read nonfiction books the entire time if you want to. But in a ode to get myself to remember to read some nonfiction next month, I have fact over fiction. And then this one we have serial/killer. So since my beloved Mets are not making it to the World Series this year, and I do like to do a baseball themed one, but it also hurt my heart a little bit to do it this year. So I'm doing serial in that you can do any book in a series, start, finish, anywhere in between. And then I have killer, where it could be like a killer thriller, or if you want to read a book about a serial killer. Some of these were ideas I thought of in the dark of night, which is totally fine, which shouldn't surprise anybody. Okay, then we have Friends Till the End, which, does anyone remember that Shannon Doherty movie where she was a lead singer in a band? She was in college and she had the girl who stalked her. Anybody? Anyway, Friends Till the End, I'm on a major 90210 rewatch, so I am knee deep in my love of Shannon Doherty. But this is not about Shannon, this is just friendship goals. So any book involving a friend group works for this one. And then I have Shop Your Shelf, anything you already own. My hand's gonna get blocked by the bingo board. Any book that's already on your shelf, have at it. And then another movie quote, it's a Scream baby. So anyone who remembers Stu at the end of Scream, it's a Scream baby. So horror movie vibes is exactly where I was going to with this one. I know there's a lot of horror ones, but honestly, my thought is horror movie vibes or any kind of movie vibes. So, or a book you're super excited about and you screamed when you found out about it. So I talked about how when I saw the book of the month selections for September and saw Bright Young Women, and I 1000% screamed out loud and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm so excited. Any book you scream about, Midnight is the Darkest Hour is another contender of mine. I already read Bright Young Women. You guys know what I mean. So a book that you're super jazzed about. And then we have You Heard It Here. So this is any book I've ever talked about on my channel. So maybe it's a book I've read, maybe it's a book I've hauled, maybe it's a book I've just talked about in passing. So if you've heard it here, and lucky for you, there's years of videos to look into. And I very recently did a book haul and I ramble a lot about books that I've never read before. So hopefully you can find something somewhere in the backlog of all of my stuff. Next up I have As Seen On. So this is one we've done before also. So this is a book that has been made into a TV show or a movie. And if you want to really go all in, read the book, watch the movie, watch the TV show. So lots of options for that one. And then I have Academia, Darkness Optional. So this is any kind of school vibes. So if you want to go on the dark academia train, I really want to go deep on the dark academia train. I'm so thirsty for it and I really jinxed myself last year, but if you just want to read more of a low-key or a cozy or a YA or a middle grade, something about school, it does not have to be dark and messed up. So the choice is yours. Next up is Debut or Something New. So a debut doesn't have to be anything recent. It could be like a debut from 10 or 15 years ago or something new, anything new to you, new from the library, new that you purchased, new that was gifted to you, new that came out in 2023. So debut or something new. Then we have Behind the Mask. Definitely was in a scream mode when I was making this. So this is my clever, not so clever prompt for any author who uses a pen name. So we did the pen name one last time too, but I love that one. And I'm also still trying to work my way through a whole bunch of books. And I have a 23 and 23 with a pen name, so maybe I'll get to that one. And then the last one I have is Hibernation Mode. So the whole idea of this one is read any book you want to, but read it while you are cozy under a blanket, while you are drinking your favorite drink, while you've got the fuzzy slippers on, while you're in your PJs, whatever cozy means to you, any book you want to pick, just be cozy while you're reading it. So that is the list of prompts. And what also probably would have been helpful is if I talked about the fact that this readathon is from October 1st to December 31st. So it's 92 days, all the reading fun that you can possibly have. And I really hope that you guys will join me on doing this. So the support in the past has been so wonderful, and there's been great pictures online and great engagement about it. And I still have that Booktrovert Bingo hashtag that we can all use. And I would just love to see if people want to participate in it with me and just have a fun time with it. So that is all of it. I think that is all of it, but definitely check out my Instagram. If you're not already following me there, definitely do that because I'm going to post more content over there as well. And again, engage. We can just chitter chatter over there. We can chitter chatter down here. And yeah, I feel like those are all of the things, but questions, comments, whatever you guys have, definitely let me know down below. I will definitely make some recommendation videos. Like I said, if there's other ones in particular you'd be interested in recommendation videos, other than leaves on the cover, let me know, because I'm always happy for inspiration from you guys rather than just assuming or making the wrong conclusion about what you might be interested in. So that was a lot. There you go. That is everything. And yeah, so it starts on Sunday. I'm so excited. I'm so ready. We are finally getting some cool weather in New York. I hope it stays that way. It is Libra season. I am here for it. And I am so ready to finish this year strong with some more amazing books. So let's catch up. Let's stay in touch on what everyone is reading. This is a rambly ending, of course, because it's me. There's your bingo board. That's all the details. And I will see you guys at the bingo board, right? I hope everyone's doing great. Thank you for watching and being here, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, everybody.